Inferior's music.
Yeah. It's the Mac. It's the Mac. It's the Mac. It's the Mac. It's the Maccabeestv. Restoring the kingdom, got the master keys. Fully armored kings on the front line. You know who to call on when it's crunch time. Holler one time. It's the Mac. Maccabees Alliance. It's the Mac. Maccabees Alliance. Maccabees. Restoring the kingdom, got the master keys. Fully armored kings on the front line. You know who to call on when it's crunch time. Holler one time, it's the Mac. Maccabees Alliance. It's the Mac. Maccabees Alliance. It's the Mac. AOC. What? LOI. I am Israel, no division is the reason why. Apostles of New Jerusalem bringing the fruit. UKOIC, we banging out, bringing the truth. Maccabees Alliance. It's the Mac. Maccabees Alliance. It's the Mac. 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 It's the Mac.
What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all having me up, man. This is top business bear king of the state. Carolina, how we moving, man? Shout out my man Maccabeestv. Y'all support the movement and support what he got going on. Support the people.
Shalom, brothers and sisters of Maccabeestv. It's your brother priest Danyaahla, Alliance of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for tuning in to another episode. Today, just going to share a little bit of information with you, brothers and sisters. I'm in the process of putting together, and I exaggerate not, about 100 PowerPoints. That's the mentality, on just about every subject I can think about. Just putting it together and just keeping them on stash until I need them. And one of the PowerPoints I'm putting together is a PowerPoint called "The Real Jews Are Black. A Picture Speaks 1,000 Words." And showing a lot of archaeology, a lot of art from 1,000 years ago. What did people say the Israelites look like? 1,500 years ago. What did people say the Israelites look like? What did they say? When they were putting together these Bibles and these folios 1,000 years ago, and they were adjoining images to go with the manuscripts, because that's what they were doing. What did the manuscript images look like? We're going to look into that today. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Maybe some people think, well, we have the Russian icons. That's what you think. You're wrong. For those of you that are coming in, I would ask you, brothers and sisters, to hit the like button. As I always tell you, what the like button does is when people log on to YouTube, because of the way the algorithm is set up, this video will be in the recommendations. Okay. So I'm not going to be long, but as usual, we're going to be strong. I say Kwame Yashala to the nation of Israel. Oh, by the way, I'll be remiss. First of all, I want to give a strong shout out to the Southern California Israelites. I'm just going to use the umbrella term for the red carpet that y'all rolled out for us. I'm talking about myself, Asher Sha'ala, General Hashar, Captain Asher Sha'ala, General Hashar, for the red carpet that you brothers rolled out for us in LA when we was out there. Thank you to everybody. Most notably, Kazak, which is the son of Tookie Williams, and also Eleazar. Just big shout out to you, brothers, and everybody that came up, that gave us encouraging words, that you've been watching the videos, you've been watching the channel, and you appreciate the work that we've been putting in. Thank you. Thank y'all, man. Hold on, stay strong. This is the truth. as we continue to demonstrate this is the truth. And the Bible says the very gates of hell shall not prevail against this truth. So hold on. How many brothers and sisters are going to Chicago? If you're going to Chicago, put 1 in the chat. Let me see you going to Chicago. How many of you brothers and sisters are going to Chicago? Just curious. And I'm kind of buying some time so brothers and sisters come in here. If you're coming to Chicago, I expect y'all, wherever you see me, stop me and let me know you watch the channel. Doesn't matter. I'm very approachable. Anybody that tells you, anybody that knows me or has met me will know I'm very approachable. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care who I'm talking to. If you're coming to Chicago for the Israelite Summit, I will be there. Most I will. I want you to stop me, whatever I'm doing, and let me know that you watch Maccabeestv and you support the movement. All right? I love you all, and I do this for you all. All praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, as we continue towards the kingdom. This is the truth, and the very gates of hell. The name of this video is called Part 2. Everyone knows the real Jews are black, except fake woke Negroes. A picture speaks 1,000 words. The real Jews are black, from a PowerPoint that I am putting together. Not sure when I'm going to be able to share it with you, brothers and sisters. So like I said, in the process of building the PowerPoint, I would just show you, brothers and sisters, some information until I'm able to put it out. Hell, like I said, I'm working towards 100 PowerPoints. That's why I'm quiet. When I'm quiet, you should be worried. Yeah, you should be worried. I'm talking about you haters of the Bible. You should be worried. When I don't say much, when I'm in the cut, you should be worried, because you niggas like to run your mouths. And I'm taking notes, and I'm taking screenshots, and I'm gonna fix you guys in a minute through the spirit and power of the Most High God, Yahweh. This is the truth, brothers and sisters. Strap in your seatbelt and stay in it, because the reward is the kingdom. So with that being said, I'm going to share a few pieces of information with you, brothers. You may not. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something from it. And again, please hit the like button, hit the share button, and support Maccabeestv however you brothers and sisters can, because I can't front. I need the support. It just helps me out with what I'm doing as I try to, keep up with technology and keep up with whatever's out there. I love y'all, brothers and sisters, and I say shalom to the family and peace. Check this video out.
All right, brothers and sisters. So this is from a PowerPoint that I'm currently working on right now. I really just started on it. And the name of the PowerPoint is called The Real Jews Are Black. A picture speaks 1,000 words. And the reason and what basically inspired me to do this PowerPoint presentation is because I hear a lot of talk about how the only way that you can find out if somebody is an Israelite or who the Israelites were was by doing DNA tests. Brothers and sisters, that is the most pseudo. People go around the community calling people pseudo. That is one of the most pseudo claims I've ever heard. That's one of the most pseudo claims I've ever heard. You have to look at language. You have to look at migration patterns. You have to look at writings amongst the people. You have to look at pottery or artifacts that's found amongst them, and you have to look at artwork. So today's PowerPoint is based on artwork. Well, this PowerPoint I'm building is based on artwork, pre-Renaissance artwork. So I'm going to share a little bit of some of the things that I'm putting inside this PowerPoint. Some of these books you brothers and sisters may be familiar with, or you may not be familiar with, okay? So I'm going to give you, brothers and sisters, a little bit of what I'm putting together, because I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to present this entire presentation, but I'm just putting together like about 100 different PowerPoints right now, so I can just go in on anything from science to textual criticism to you name it, DNA, everything. I'm attacking everything, because you have a lot of fake woke people in the community that call themselves conscious, that's talking a lot of stuff, and I'm watching and I'm studying y'all. I'm studying you guys. Some of you Negroes, listen, there's nothing wrong with Wikipedia, but some of you Negroes in the community, some of you fake scholars in the community, Wikipedia is your crutch. And I'm going to show you that what one of your homeboys on your channel said about Wikipedia. Not me, not an Israelite. One of your homeboys on your channel said about Wikipedia. I took a screenshot. You probably didn't even see the comment. But I'm going to save that for another time. You guys are finished. Okay, so here we go. This is from a book called Early Spanish Manuscript Illuminations. This is by John Williams. This is an old book, right? Now, I'm not sure how many copies of this book are still available on Amazon and eBay. I'm not sure. And usually when we show you guys books, a lot of times the minute like 2, 3, 4, 5 of you guys order the books, usually Amazon and eBay, the prices go through the roof. A book like this might be going right now for, let's say, hypothetically $50. Soon as 10 of you guys order this book, the price is going to go to about $500. That's the way that they do. All right. So, you know, good luck with that, brothers and sisters. Anyway, this is from a PowerPoint presentation I'm putting together called The Real Jews Are Black. A Picture Speaks 1,000 Words. Here's a book called Early Spanish Manuscript Illuminations by John Williams. This is one of my favorite books because this book illustrates to me that when we say the white man is a deceiver, the white man is a deceiver. You're going to be looking at something with your own eyes, and the so-called white man is going to tell you that what you're seeing is not what you're really seeing. I'm going to show you that in a minute, right? Let me first of all explain the cover to you, brothers and sisters, right? The cover of the book, the guy in the middle in the green garment, that's Christ. On either side of him, those are cherubims. Above them, those are seraphims. This is from an early Spanish manuscript. Let's go to the next page. All right. So what you brothers and sisters see is that I have arrows pointing in certain directions because I want to call your attention to certain things. Because I hear that when I be showing books, you have this one individual that runs around and says, I don't have books I have. Don't understand why they say that. Never been to my house. Don't know what I have. So, but they like to just say things. They talk without thinking. Their brain doesn't filter things before they actually spit it out of their mouth. That's why the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 5:1, be more ready to hear than to get the sacrifice of a fool. Why the hell would I put a book in my presentation I don't have? How stupid does that sound? But I'm not focusing on that today. They know who they are. I'm not focusing on that today. Now, here's another thing. I took screenshots of this book in this presentation to show you, brothers and sisters. Now, when I do the real presentation, I'll probably take better pictures, right? But I also hear that I take pictures from websites, so I'm stealing from websites. No, I have all these books. I've had these books before the websites had these books, but sometimes they have better images than I have. So I'll take the image off their website because I don't have time to play around with the image. Here we go. Let's get down into the meat of this, right? So again, this is from a book called Early Spanish Manuscript Illuminations. We are on page 55. Brothers and sisters, you can see the arrow pointing to it on the right. Let's read it. Plate 8A and 8B. So the first paragraph is based on plate 8A. Moralia in Ayab of 945 AD. So this image that we're about to see comes from 945 AD. Folio number 2. Christ in majesty. We didn't make this up. This image is before there was ever anything that these devils call black Hebrew Israelites. We didn't make this up. This is older than all of us. So let's see what was out there in 945 AD. Let's read it. Christ, whose darkened flesh tones now give him an almost Negroid cast, is shown enthroned between 2 cherubs with a great circular firmament suspended from the hands of 2 seraphs. So according to the person that wrote this book, the accompanying image, which is figure 8A, is Christ in his majesty, and the image looks almost Negro. Almost Negro. Let's go to the next slide. So what I did was I took an image, and y'all can see there's a glare there. That's why sometimes I take better images offline if they're already there. But these images are not there because people don't have this book. This is a very rare book, right? So I took an image where you brothers and sisters can see the writing is still there on the right, same thing. And on the left, you can see the image that it's talking about. And right underneath, right here, it says figure 8a, which basically correlates with this paragraph right here. This image is from 945 AD. It is an early Spanish manuscript, and it's talking about Christ, and it had accompanying images with the manuscript that showed you what Christ looked like. Let's get another look at it. Let's go to the next slide. So now let's read this again, brothers and sisters. On the left-hand side, Christ, whose darkened flesh tones now give him an almost Negroid cast. Stop, stop, stop. The conscious community has this new phrase called lookership. In other words, you have a certain segment of the community that says that we got to listen to the PhDs. We got to listen to the people that have the PhDs. What this is demonstrating for you is that sometimes you can read something in a book. Sometimes you can read something on Wikipedia, and depending on who wrote the article or who wrote the book, they have what is called confirmation bias. I've gone over this with you brothers and sisters before. This paragraph is an example of confirmation bias. The author says that the image accompanying is almost Negro. Let's take a look. When you go to the right-hand side, this is Christ right here in the middle, in the green garment. Christ is brown skin, clearly, with an afro. So brown, in fact, you could see the whites of his eyes. Tell me I'm lying, brothers and sisters. Tell me I'm lying. Does this image of Christ look almost Negro to you? This devil said he looks almost Negro. This image is not almost Negro. This image is a Negro. So yes, I deal with lookership because I can look and see the author suffers from confirmation bias. I got two eyes. That is one of the dumbest phrases I've ever heard. Christ, whose darkened flesh tones now give him an almost Negroid cast, is shown enthroned between two cherubs. Here's the cherub right here on the left-hand side. So dark, you can barely even make out the features. With an afro. And the hands, look at the hands compared to the rest of the body. Brown, dark brown. Other side, cherub, same thing. With a great circular firmament suspended from the hands of two seraphs above. Seraph right here, brown. You can see the whites of his eyes to tell you the difference. With an afro. Same thing over here, another seraph, brown. The whites of his eyes with an afro. This is black people. From where? 945 AD. Somebody needs to ask vocab alone. What does he do with this? I thought black Hebrew Israelites read Revelations 1 and we just make it up that Christ is black. Who made these images? Where do these images come from? Who did this? You can't blame it on us. Come on, man. Come on. What you thought all we had was the Russian icons? That's what y'all thought? Y'all haven't studied us enough. What do you do with this image? To you so-called Christian apologists, what do you do with this image? Does this look like that devil that y'all have in y'all churches? Come on, man, stop playing. Stop playing. Okay. Just in case you thought that was all that was in that book, no, there's more. There's more. Now, we're going to look at plate 9A. And again, pardon me for the glare, brothers and sisters. It was a quick image. I'm going to do better when I put this presentation out for real. I'm just sharing with you, brothers and sisters, and this is good enough. Y'all can see it, right? This is plate 9A. It's from the Leon Bible. The Leon Bible comes from when? 960 AD. If you look at the bottom right here, you can see the same thing. The two images, plate 9A and 9B, both of those are from the Leon Bible. 960 AD. Do your own research about what the Leon Bible was. So there was a Bible that came out in 960 AD that had images that accompanied it. And the first image, so we're going to see what these images look like. The first image is of the Philistines, right? Sarah right here, and Israel. The Philistines and Israel from the Leon Bible. What does that look like? Boom. Brothers and sisters, again, same concept. I took an image where you could see the writing to see that Danyaahla didn't make it up. Danyaahla didn't make it up. I found this by doing my own research, reading this book, okay? This guy right here that's clearly bigger than everybody else, brothers and sisters, this is Goliath. Brown skin, brown hands with an afro. And if you look behind him, these are the Philistines. And you can clearly see that they range in different shades of brown. Everybody ain't the same complexion, but one thing they all have in common, all of them have afros. Everybody. Everybody. What these Negroes will tell you is, I'm going to look at this and I'm going to ignore this and act like I don't see it, because that's lookership. Well, damn it, then I suffer from that, because I can clearly see that whoever painted this picture was trying to portray to me that they knew, the people of the Bible, the Philistines were black. On the other side, let's go back one slide. On the other side, it says the Philistines and Israel. So when we come back to this slide, if this is this giant right here is Goliath, who are these? These are the Israelites from the Leon Bible of 960 AD. This guy right here with the shield, that's David. Brown skin with an afro. And as you can see, these are the children of Israel, all of them ranging in different shades of brown, but all of them are brown. Some of them are very dark brown and some of them are a little lighter, just like our people. But they all have afros. It's clear that whoever painted this picture is showing you these were melanated people. They were black people, clearly. Clearly. This comes from 960 AD. But the fake woke conscious community is going to tell me I'm supposed to see this and gloss over it and go get a DNA test, because the people in Yemen, those are the real Jews. The people in Israel today, those are the real Jews. The so-called white man that calls himself a Karaite Jew, that devil that has a channel, he tells us we're supposed to ignore this because they have some fake record that says that they go all the way back to Babylon. Get the hell out of here, man. The artwork is saying something different. The ancient artifacts are saying something different. So they don't discuss that. They tell you, you got to take a DNA test. And that's it. That's the only proof. The hell out of here, man. Oh, brothers and sisters, there's more in this book. Yes, there's more. There's more. Huh. Y'all must have thought I was done. No, this is a little bit more. Let's go to the next slide. Brothers and sisters, from the Leon Bible of 960 AD, Folio 50, that's Aaron in the temple. And there he is right there, a brown-skinned man with an afro. And please, brothers and sisters, those of you that are not pseudo, those of you that don't suffer from confirmation bias, you can see the whites of his eyes. I'm going to say that again. You can see the whites of his eyes in comparison to his complexion. No, brother, that's lookership. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I can see it. I got two eyes for a reason. And the people here range in different shades of brown, all of them with afros, black people. And the people outside, different shades of brown with afros. 960 AD. We didn't make this up. Black Israelites didn't make this up, vocab, you damn liar. Come on, man. This is light work. And I'm not even showing y'all my best stuff. Stop playing. Let's go to the next slide. I'm skipping all this stuff for now. Here's an image from a book I have called The Catacombs, and there are a few catacomb books. There's a few of them, right? But this particular image, if you look to the left-hand side of your screen where the arrow is pointing, they say that that is Job from the Catacombs, another Bible character. So I'm just going to let y'all breathe that in for a second. Tell me that that's not a black man. Look at the afro, look at the hands, look at the feet. Let me let you, I'm going to be quiet for a second. Just breathe that in for a second. No, brother, you suffer from lookership. You was looking at the afro in the hands and you think he was black, but he's really white. Man, you guys, man. And the catacombs are from when, what year? Do your research, brothers and sisters, because this is not the presentation. I'm not going deep. I'm just showing y'all stuff. Do your own research. There was no such thing as black Hebrew Israelites of today running around back then. Where's all this ancient artwork coming from? Who made it? I'm just curious. And then we have this. This is probably where I'm going to end. Maybe one more thing. Some of you are familiar with this work, and some of you are not. This is called the Bristol Psalter from the 11th century. This is also pre-Renaissance artwork. What is the Bristol Psalter? Let's read it. This pocket-sized 105 by 85 millimeter 11th century manuscript contains the Greek text of the Psalms, followed by biblical odes. So this Bristol Psalter had the Psalms in it. And there are accompanying images in the Psalms of what the people look like. From when? It says the 11th century AD. There were no black Hebrew Israelites back then. So, I wonder what's in here. Let's keep reading. It is an example of a group of manuscripts known as marginal psalters, so called because the margins are lavishly decorated with images relating to the text of the Psalms. So when the Bristol Psalter was put together, the person that put the Psalter together put accompanying images so you can get an idea of what the people look like. Wow, interesting. Many of these images depict scenes from the life of Christ, and in so doing, link the words of the Old Testament to the Christian message of the Gospels. The manuscript is bound in a 16th century Byzantine-style cover with thick wooden boards. Unfortunately, when the manuscript was bound in this volume, the pages were trimmed to fit it, and several illuminations located close to the edges are no longer complete. The volume was discovered in the possession of Western College in Bristol in 1921, and the British Museum purchased it in 1923. Brothers and sisters, if there's any clowns in the community that would tell you that this is pseudo, they're telling you then that the British Museum is pseudo. And then by extension, everything in the British Museum must be pseudo, because I didn't make this up. They purchased it. I mean, they spent money on it. Are we saying that the British Museum would actually spend money on something that's not real? It's not real. That somebody just made up. Yo, let's go to the next page. I'm going to skip this one for now. Let's look at this right here. Bristol Psalter, 11th century, 1001 to 1100, pre-Renaissance art. On the left-hand side, brothers and sisters, you have Chaldean soldiers with Israelite captives. Brothers and sisters, on the left-hand side, the Chaldeans. Are we going to lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that the guys on the left-hand side are not black people? Is that what we're going to do? Is that what we're going to do? Any Negro that will look at this picture and tell you that you're dealing with lookership because you can look and see a black man right there. And by the way, if you say that dumb stuff, don't show me no daggone statue in Egypt and tell me you can look at the statue and tell it's a black man. You sound stupid. If you can see that, then you can see this. Stop being stupid. Look at this. On the left-hand side, brothers and sisters, the Chaldeans are black. Look, do they not have afros? Did I make that up? I don't give a damn what somebody writes in a daggone Wikipedia article. I'm looking at what was left behind more than 1,000 years ago. What do they know? Not this damn sanitized BS in the day that we're living in, where museums and the Smithsonian and the goddamn colleges suppress information. I'm going before that, when this stuff was circulating everywhere. Those Chaldean soldiers, look at their garments right here and look at their hair. Let's stop playing games. On the right-hand side, these are the Israelites, the captives. Let's go over here. Look at his garment, look at his hair, and look at his face. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Picture on the right, manna from heaven. I don't have to say nothing. Just look at it. Just look at it. Who is painting all of this black iconography of the people of the Bible if they were all white people? Who is painting all this black iconography if we, the black Hebrew Israelites, are just making it up? Who did this? Why would the British Museum pay for such a forgery with black images if the real Jews are the people that's living in Israel today? David and Goliath. We saw Goliath in early Spanish manuscript and illuminations. And here he is again. This is Goliath right here, a brown-skinned man. But let's look at David. David has an afro, and David is dark. Now, somebody will say, because these guys are stupid, they say we deal with lookership. I keep saying it because it's so stupid, right? You could clearly see that David is brown. Look at his garment. But more important, I'm going to bring the arrow right there. You can see the whites of his eyes, because you have these fake scholars that will tell you the pictures got dark due to aging and so forth and so on. Okay. If that's true, why do I see the white of his eyes right there? Because the picture that, why didn't aging age the white image in the sun, or the whites of his eyes into dark? Why didn't that happen? Can somebody tell me? Because some of you niggas call yourselves scientists and different things. Give me the science behind why the rest of the image is dark, but you can still see the whites of his eyes if it's due to aging. I'll wait. On the right-hand side, that's David being crowned. It's being crowned, okay? And that's all black people in the image, all of them. Oh, my God. Israelite woman on the left-hand side. Okay, now this image, definitely you can see that there are some marks on it and stuff like that. There's some blemishes on it, which they tell you that there are, but you can still see the image is definitely a brown image, right? Well, Wooly here, by the way. Look at the one on the right. That's Joseph being sold to the Ishmaelites. That's also from the Bristol Psalter. Look at Joseph compared to his garment and his hair. And brother, look at his brothers. Every image that I see from these books and stuff, they're all showing these people as having afros. What is that telling you? What is that telling? We gotta, these guys call themselves scholars, but some of the most obvious, consistent threads that run through art, and these arts are from different places, different time periods and everything. There's a consistent thread that runs through all of it, and these fake scholars will tell me I should ignore it. Even though I'm saying it, ignore it and go do a DNA test. Man, if these guys don't get the hell out of here with that stupid stuff, man. Brothers and sisters, look at this right here. I'm almost finished. My point is proven. I'm almost finished. I'm having a good time, though. Hopefully you're having a good time. Again, make sure y'all hit that like button. Brothers and sisters, this is the same book. The book on the right is the original book, which I have. Anybody want to challenge me on that? Any of you conscious, fake woke dudes want to challenge? Because you like to talk a lot of stuff. You want to challenge me that I don't have the original book? And on the left-hand side, that's the updated version of the book where they changed the cover. Brothers and sisters, the cover is night and day. Why would they feel the need to change the cover so dramatically? Because the cover on the right looks like black people to me. It looks like black people to me. So somebody said, no, we can't leave that out there. So we're going to change the cover. The cover on the left is Renaissance art. Why such a dramatic change to the cover? Unless they're trying to hide something, brothers and sisters. Huh? The image on the right, where does that come from? What is that? What is that? Brothers and sisters, this is from a temple at Dura Europos. The temple was called at Dura Europos. And the images, some of them were taken from the, by the way, Dura Europos is one of the oldest temples / synagogues, whatever you want to call it, in the world. And the images were taken from Dura Europos, and they were relocated to the Damascus Museum. So as you can see, I took a screenshot or an image of the Damascus Museum. Somebody was there, they took pictures, they posted it online, and I took them. We have an image that's far away, and we have an image that's a little bit closer. Let's deal with the far away image first. If you brothers and sisters look right here, this is the image that's on the cover of that book. Let's go back. Right here, afro, white garment. Right here, afro, white garment. Guys with the shields, so forth and so on, right? By Michael Grant, this is him, by the way. This is Michael Grant, by the way. This is him right here. It's the same image right there. Tell me I'm lying. The same image. This is in the Damascus Museum. Just in case anybody wants to say this is pseudo. Okay, yeah, well, then the Damascus Museum is pseudo. Because I'm just looking at what they have on display. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking at what's on the walls. You guys gotta look at the walls. I'm looking at what's on the walls. All right? When you come to the right-hand side, you see the image again, right here. Right here. This is it. Let's go a little further. This is the image here, brothers and sisters, from a closer look. Scenes from the Exodus at Dura Europos. These guys right here, all in black. Look at their faces and look at the garments that they have on underneath. These are the Egyptians. This is Moses, brown skin with an afro and a white garment. This is Moses, and these are the Egyptians drowning in the Red Sea. This is from Dura Europos. These are the hands of God. Everybody and everything on this image is black. And so the white man knows that. So you know what they did? Michael Grant, this guy right here, put the original image on his book. After he died, when they did a reprint of the book, they put Renaissance art on the book. Who doesn't see that? Who doesn't see that? The world knows, brothers and sisters, that the real Jews are black. We know that. And the world knows that. You know who doesn't know that? Fake woke, fake conscious Negroes. They don't know that. They don't know that. But we know that. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I hope that what I just went into, brothers and sisters, helped you brothers and sisters out. Pardon the phone ringing. I apologize about that. I always forget to turn the phone off before I go live. I hope what I showed you, brothers and sisters, was helpful. Do me a favor on your way out. Hit the like button. Show your brothers some love. I got so much information I want to share with you, brothers and sisters. It's just time is an issue. But yeah, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue. Anybody that falls out of this truth, it's because you don't study. I'm not even going to mince my words. If you fall out of this truth, it's because you don't study. Simple as that. And if you don't know what to study, there are enough elders around to lead you in the right direction. With that, it's your brother, priest Danyaahla, Lions of Israel, Maccabees Lions Council. I say shalom.
The water to the brothers and sisters for watching the full presentation. I pray that you got something from what I shared in this video today. And again, please hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to Maccabeestv, support the work. And I hope to see you brothers and sisters in Chicago. And like I said, talk to me. Let me know you support the channel. Give me your suggestions, whatever it is that you do. This is the truth. Always was and always will be. Kwame Ashala, Rise Israel. Lions of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council, Israel in general. We on the rise. I say Kwame Ashala. Shalom.